That's good actually, I don't like it. Okay, I think I'm live now. Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to another daily Forex analysis for Tuesday, 8 AM UK time. So I hope you're doing all well. So whoever is in here, hello everyone. And so we are on live Forex analysis. As we usually do, I pre-select 3 currencies, and then after that I do answer your questions as well as your requests and all of that. So hello everyone, whoever is in here, say hello, don't be shy. So we had a decent moves on the markets as well, so we're gonna check it out, everything on so I do pre-selected this 3 currency, which is pretty much the same as yesterday: Usdcad, USD, Japanese yen, and Aussie against USD. And yeah, we had a nice moves yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't quite get to where the entry levels I was hoping, so it started flying. I think it was the USDcad and Aussie USD, if I'm not mistaken. That was this these 2, and there's a couple of other ones. I can't remember which one was it, but there's a couple of other currency pairs as well. Fortunately, the Swiss franc, Japanese yen, I think was another one as well. Did not quite get down to the level I pointed out. That was, I think, the swing trade potential, but it didn't quite get there. There's still a chance the price might come down, and check that entry which I mentioned earlier. So as we if you're new to the channel, we do this live Forex analysis Monday to Friday, 8 AM UK time, and this session lasts 1.5 hours. So I did put that one in here, so I do have so 1.5 hours, so 8 till 9:30 UK time. So a decent amount of time, so 1.5 hours. And yeah guys, pop them any questions. If you got any questions or any requests of the currency analysis, put them in the chat box on the right hand side. So we got Assad here. Hello Assad, how are you? How are you doing? So yeah, pop them in the chat box. I'm gonna start. Can you analyze USDcad, please? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna analyze USDcad. So that's the first one on the list as well. So I'm gonna have a look at the USDcad. Okay, so I'm gonna jump into the start analyzing the USDcad, and yeah, pop in your questions and requests. I'm gonna be coming back to the chat box and addressing them slightly later. So I'm going to start analyzing USDcad and come back to the chart. Let's see. So USDcad. For the USDcad, it's what was the entry? Did not quite get. Yeah. So USD Canada, I was analyzing yesterday, and I did mention that I was hoping for the price to come up to this level, but as we can see, the price it did not, and it's flight down, so it looks pretty good. And my view was for the price to come down. I think it was target for the, let's see, what was the potential target? I think, if I'm not mistaken, the target was down at this level, was it? But the way it's looking now, it looks very very strong towards downside, so I do think it will come down, potentially at least down to this level of 134 about 40, so another 100 pips, and maybe even continue to fall further. Okay, so let's see. Obviously we're looking to short this pair because down pressure is pretty significant, and let's see, we're gonna look for the potential entries and how we're gonna do that now. So let's go to the 4-hour time frames. The price is pretty extended, so the potential for the entries will be a bit difficult to find. So on the 4-hour time frame, we don't really have much. Let's go to 1-hour time frame. Okay, yeah, 1-hour time frame looking a bit better. So for now, what we're gonna do, we do need to, for the price to push a little bit higher. So I already actually see 3 potential entries on this one, and see how we're gonna position ourselves. So the first one is obviously up to this level. So 135, was it 35.52, roughly about 135.52 zone, which is only about 10 pips away. So that is first. The second one is up to these highs, and actually we could So that's first. This is, yeah, this is the second. Okay, I like this one better. That one and that one. See if we can. I would go for this one rather than this. It doesn't look as strong. So if you're not afraid of missing out on this trade, then I would personally get into this one. So let's see. Let's analyze how we're gonna go about it. So if we take the trade at 135.60. About 68, and let's see. Oh, stop loss goes too far. Okay, well, let me see. So if we get onto here, 68. Okay, 20. That's not that bad. 25 pips. Okay, so this is good. Yeah, definitely I will be looking to enter in this level. So 135.68 would be our entry. Oops, where is it? So at this level in here, so we got these lows as well as these highs, so that will be a good entry, and our stop loss is going to be around this level, which means about 25 pips stop loss. If you're afraid of missing out on this trade, you can get on in here. However, I would personally not take that. This one looks better entry than this one, and price might gravitate towards up to this level. That's why we're going to put our stop losses around this higher than this high. So just in case the price comes up and maybe potentially takes out this high. We want to position our stop loss a bit further up, so around maybe this level. So ultimately we're looking about 25 pips stop loss, so 135.68 and 25 pips stop loss. So we're looking, so 68, so 80, so roughly about here. So that's enough stop loss. So 25 pips will be a decent amount of stop loss. Don't worry if you missed the levels. I'm going to write it on the chat box, so don't worry about it. And our target's going to be down at, yeah, we can run it. Let me see where the, yeah, that was our initial targets, but the price already did that move. Let me see. There's a quite a bit of resistance. Okay, this one. So this one is more like a semi-swing in a way, because it's about 100 pips. It's around just over 100 pip target, so it's more like a semi-swing rather than a day trade on this one. I'm trying to get a good. Wait, 3,500. Oh, that's so annoying. $34.80. Okay. $34.90 roughly, about 34. So I'm trying to get a decent alignment with the, make sure to get it right on the targets. So the first one is this one, but the price already tested it, and the way it's looking like it's pretty strong. So I do think it's gonna go past that support level and make its way down to potentially down to these highs, which are down to these highs as well. We've got these lows in here, so there's a lot of price action going on. So I'm looking for that one. So it's about 134.90 actually. I thought it's going to come down here. 134.90, and we've got 134.40. So two levels. 134.40. Let's see what we have on here. At 134.40. Okay, it's a bit further down. 34.90. Let's see. So we are planning to get on about 30. 34.90. Yes, 90. So we're looking about 80 pip. So we're looking for about 80 pip gain on that one. So if we get onto at 135.68 with a 25 pip stop loss, we're looking for 80 pip gain, just about 80 pip gain. So it works out just over 1 to 3 risk reward. So it's pretty good risk reward on that one. So let me write the levels in here. So USD. Usdcad. Let me go look at the news. I think we had something out. Aussie dollar we had, but this is out already. And okay, as of the news wise goes, we don't have anything significant out today, so it's nothing to. Oops, there was out. Yeah, there's nothing significant to worry about in terms of the news out today, so we are good in terms of the news on that. Okay, so Usdcad, the entry would be the price just to push up to this high. That level, so 135.68 zone. As of the stop loss, we're looking at 25 pips in terms of targets. 35.90, not 34.90. Yeah, 34.90. So that will be a target 34.90. So overall about 80 pips and yeah, 25 pips stop loss. So 75, just over 1 to 3 was reward. That's a pretty good return on that. Yeah, the way it looks like, I know the price is testing this support level, but the way it's looking like, it looks very strong. So I do think it will most likely continue to further down, and maybe even go more further down than our initial target. So if you want to hold the position, you can maybe down even to these lows, 34. About 34.30, but I need to keep in mind that the longer you hold the position, there's a higher chance that the price might turn around or something might happen. So that's the price to pay. But 1 to 3 risk reward is pretty good, so it's nothing to. Okay, moving to the USD Japanese yen, and we'll get all the afterwards. Assad said, "Thank you, Assad. You're welcome. Not a problem." Okay, so let's jump into USD Japanese yen. I think Usdjpy is still on a choppy range. I just looked at it 2 hours ago. I did not really look that it's doing much. Okay, yeah, we are still sitting on this range bound. So the Usdjpy did not really broken out anything, as we can see. The yesterday's candle. I think what was it doing when I was analyzing this one? The USD, this one was down at this level, and I did say they might close inside that wedge, and it's yeah, almost did it. It just had a bit down and closed below that that wedge line, so to speak, and now it's trying to push higher. So it's pretty. The moves the USD Japanese yen is doing is not particularly good. So let's see on a shorter time frame. So let's go to 4-hour time frame. Yeah, definitely price has to break the either up or down and break either this pattern or I think down to this pattern. Most likely might break higher. So price has to at least break this level and demonstrate some strength. It had this nice candle on the 4-hour time frames, but as we can see, it did not quite manage. I think this is still untradeable. I do want to see that happening. If it's gonna go up, then I do want to see the price breaking this level up here on a daily time frame. So it really doesn't doing much at all. Let's go see 1-hour time frame maybe. Okay, not doing much. Yeah, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, to 73, 76. Yeah, okay, which would. I thought it might be a potential for this small day trade if the price would have come down at this level, but as of the risk reward doesn't really work out because we need to position our stop losses down to this low, which means so the entry gonna be 73. Our stop loss, we can actually put the stop loss down to this level, but it's too tight. I don't like I like tight stop loss, but not that tight. Anything less than 10 pips is way too tight. So I don't like to put in stop losses way too much, because on top of these spreads, there's a very high chance that you're gonna get stopped out. So especially if it's gonna create some volatility, then the brokers do widen the spreads. So the chances of getting stopped out is much higher, and we would be only looking for the target up to 107.85, so that's not good. So anyway, so we're gonna leave the USD Japanese yen yet. Maybe we're gonna see some potential tomorrow. But so far it does not really looking that favorable yet. Okay, so let's move to Euro USD. Oh, Sarang, hello Sarang, George. After some days I'm here. Yeah, you've been I thought we lost you somewhere, so that's good to have you back, Sarang. So Euro USD, Sarang is asking, not a problem. Let's jump into the Euro USD. Let's see what we have. Is it one of my currencies? No, it's not mine. It's old USD. So USD, I think we had some more. Let's go to the daily time frame on the Euro USD. Okay, so what we're seeing on the Euro USD. Okay, so the price came. Oh, we took out this high as well. Okay, so the price took out this spike high in here. As we can see, this one is higher than these highs. And we did get as well. Yeah, we did get as well. Look at that. 1100. 1160. Okay, it has about 15 pip gap on that. And now we're gonna see what the price is doing. Let's see. $63. Okay, this one didn't quite get to 63. 51, pretty close. 63. Let's go to 4 hour time frame. Oh, no, not weekly, 4 hour. Okay, on a 4 hour time frame, I was still looking towards upside on this one, but the way it's looking now is it might have a decent retracement. So as we can see on a 4 hour time frame, it's kind of building it up. So the price came down. Well, it came down in here. So it came down. We didn't quite test it. Okay, let me see. So we had this move down here. I don't know why it did it. Oh, right. Okay, makes sense. 11.16. Where's this one? 11.10. Okay, so the way it looks like it attempted to take out this spike lows down here on the first try, as we can see in here. So the price came down, and on the 4 hour time frame back in the one I showed you earlier, it looks like that the price attempted sort of to take out on this try, but it failed. There's a chance that the price will come down and maybe even take out this spike low down here. So that's 1080. Okay, this is a good 40 pips actually on that. Okay, let me see. Yeah, starting to look a bit weak. So the question is how far the way it looks like on the daily and also on the shorter time frames. It looks like that it will have maybe a strong reaction on this one. There's a chance, and maybe it will come down. I'm just trying to anticipate where the price might be pulling back. So use either daily time frames or the 4 hour time frames. I think daily. So all these games we are playing with the markets, so we need to 1090. 1090 looks decent. Okay, 1090 looking good. Okay, now we come back to something. Okay. Okay, so Song is asking, do you think it will shoot down or break the resistance? Yeah, I do think that it has a potential to break the resistance. I do think, but I think before it does that, it will have a reaction. So that's why I'm saying I'm trying to anticipate where the price might be heading down. I think that it will come down at least very minimum to take out this spike low down here. I think we'll get past this one pretty easily, and this one, I think it should be a lot of trades build up already, so there's always stop to put it, depending where most of the traders go on to this trade. The obvious stop loss would be either down here or down here, so the price might want to come down and get rid of all these orders before it's continuing towards upside. So that's like a view on that one. Obviously it doesn't mean they will work out, but the way it's looking, the first of all is it does show some weakness, so that's one of the concerns, and I do want to see the retracement on. So the first of all, I do want to see the retracement. It depends how it's going to retrace, how the candle is going to construct. Then after I will decide, okay, is it worth to take the trades towards upside after the price comes down at the very minimum to take out this low, or if it's going to come down too aggressively, then I might just take a step back and wait and observe in this case. So this is a bit of a, but I will not take any action up until the price comes down at least to take out this spike low down here. So that's and it's quite a bit far away, so it's around 50 pips away, so it's quite far away. So I can't really say the levels yet, because it's yeah, 50 pips for the euro dollar is quite steep, especially for one day to achieve that when it's nothing happening at the moment. It's not really any significant news. We are not due to any significant news or anything like that, so 50 pips is quite a bit of a steep one. So it might take entire day, or maybe tomorrow it will we're gonna see a bit more clear if the price manages to come down to this level. But yeah, I could be completely wrong, and price might start shooting up. But the way it's looking like now, that's my view. So let's go to 1 hour time frame. Okay, yeah, 1 hour time frame. It looks range bound. So yeah, this is on a, I would say, putting on a waiting list for now, and it does look certainly potential to if the price comes down. Now let's have a look at the targets. If the price does that moves, where we might be targeting. So the price already came up, and it tested this high. Yeah, we got a lot of highs in here, so a lot of sort of resistance level. Okay, we got these highs, 1160. We got another one here. Wow, it's loads of highs, so we can target. Okay, this one looks like a more decent resistance levels. Looking pretty strong. Okay, 112, around 1200. Yeah, I would personally probably most likely target this area, because a lot amount of price action going on, so that will be my my target. So about 1200 on that. But it price has to do quite a lot of moves before it's before we decide to take the trade on that one. So certainly, as I said, I need to see the price coming down at this down to this level and taking out this this spike low. So I don't think it's going to happen today, but we're going to observe on this. So I can't really mention levels yet, depending how the price is going to come down. Okay, so let's move to Aussie. Okay, let's move to the Aussie dollar. Maybe I think this one was better. I think Aussie was shooting. Okay, Aussie was shooting up. Let's go to daily time frame. Yeah, Aussie looking pretty strong. Generally Euro USD and Aussie USD, they do have a high correlation. So if this one is shooting up, there's a good chance that the price will below. But that doesn't mean the price will do that. But generally, they do have a high correlation on that one. However, like just by looking at this one, I would I would want to wait for the retracement, and I think it was yesterday as well. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I was hoping for the price. I believe that was down to this level. I can't remember what level I called it on this one. I was waiting for this one, but the price didn't quite get there. If we look at the this one, it was down to this level. It's only like 10 pips away, but didn't quite get there for our entry to be triggered, and yeah, it just went higher. So let's hope for. Hopefully, we'll have another retracement. So let's see. Let's see what we have in here. Yeah, this one looking very strong towards upside. We can see the trend is pretty strong. Especially yesterday, we put this strong bullish candle, and yeah, the price came up and it has taken out these highs, but the way it looks like, it doesn't really having much of a reaction. Generally, when the price takes out any significant high, it does have some reactions. Maybe it wants to take out these highs as well, and before it continues to have a reaction. But so far, it doesn't really looking that it's having much of a reaction. That said, I do want to see for the price to retrace down. This is actually more like a semi-swing. Let's go 4-hour time frame, see what we have on that. Okay, on a 4-hour time frame, it does show weakness as well, so I do think it will have a retracement, and could be a quite steep retracement. So we're gonna see how the price is gonna go about it. So daily time frames. I think I'm gonna target. Yeah, I'm gonna take, I think, from the daily time frame to use as for the potential entry, but it has to come down today. As of the way I look at this one, I want to see for the price to coming down at very minimum 67.60. Okay, down at this level 67.60. As we can see where I got my cursor on, there's a lot of price action. There's loads of price action going on, so I think there's a decent support level. So we do have all this price action. We're going to target that one as our. We're going to use that one as our entry. So 67. Or 60, 67, 60. Yeah, 67.60. So it's about 45 pips away. The tricky part will be our stop loss is 67.60. Okay, where might be heading? Okay, let me see a weekly time frame. Okay, this one is very close to this. 68.70. We can use this one as our target, 68.70. So that will be our target, 68.70. So the way it looks like, so we have this area as well as this area. So this is a strong resistance level. So if the price comes up at this level, obviously this is a weekly candle, so if it comes up, it only forms, so it's not going to confirm that the price will break it. So there's a good chance the price will come up, because we also have this weekly trend line in here, so there's a good chance that the price will gravitate towards it. And we also have this resistance level up here, and we're going to use that as our target. So 68.80 would be our. Oops, let's see what is it. 68.80. Let me see closer. Okay, 68.80 to 68.70, roughly about that. 68.70 to be a bit more safer. 68.70. So we need to get on to down at this level. So 67.60. So we're looking for 110 pips. Again, this is a semi-swing. Doesn't go into the day trade opportunities on this one. So 67.60 stop loss. We can use 30 pips. 40 pips. Okay, this is a tricky one because as of to use a good stop loss, we have to position our stop losses down at this level, but then it will be not so much of a good risk reward on that. So what I would do so first of all, I'm going to take the entry at 67.60. So with the stop loss of, let's give it a 25 pip stop loss. I'll give it a 25 pip stop loss, but there is a chance, the high chance that the price might push further down. And because we do have quite a decent low price action, a lot of lows in here, so the price might gravitate towards it. And if it continues further down, we're going to use another low to take another entry. So that's my personal preference. If I get stopped out, then I can use another low, maybe down to this level, to take another trade and use the same tight stop loss. The reason why it gives me a very good risk reward on that one. So rather than just let's say take the trade down to 67.60 and use a wide stop loss, then my risk reward is not going to be that good. So I prefer to take another trade with the same tight stop loss and have a great risk reward, rather than just take one trade and give it a wide stop loss and have a poor risk reward. So as of this one, we're going to say, as we said, 67.60 with a 25 pip stop loss and our targets. Again, this is a semi-swing trade, so not the day trade. This is a semi-swing trade. As of the day trade, doesn't looking particularly favorable for the day trade in here. Just question is if it's going to price gives us the opportunity to retrace that far. We're gonna see. So 67.60. I'm gonna write. I almost try that. Looking for myself. So I could. Okay, so Sal is saying most of the traders are looking for the sell, so it could make a fake breakout to hunt the stop losses. Yeah, it could mean that as well. But until the price does the moves, we can only go about what is in front of us. So I mean, we can always anticipate, but we need to put the price action into what price action is telling us at that moment. So I always look at what is in front of us, and then if the conditions changing and the price does the first breakout, or what the price does, and if the conditions changing, we have to adapt towards that condition, and we have to always look at what the market is telling us at the present moment. So yeah, we have to put that one into consideration. As of the USD, let's see, of the USD. But as I did say on what's it, Euro? Let me just write this one down and then come back to the Euro USD again. So the entry was at 67.60. So this one is type would be buy. Is entry is at 67.60. Stop loss is 25 pips, and target is at 60. What was the target? 68.70, if I'm not mistaken. No, that was a weekly. 68.70. Yeah, we can use this one. There's a 68.70. 68.70. So this is for the potential. Yeah, again, this is a semi-swing as well. So let's return to the Euro USD again. So Euro USD. yeah, I did. As I said, I do want to see as of the retracement. So retracement is quite far away, for about 50 pips away. So that's maybe where the I know a lot of traders, they do like to pick tops and bottoms, and when the price gets to the let's say the significant high, which is in this case, they do like to jump into and get that pick that right at the spot on the high to pick the top. And most of the times what the market knows, and when a lot of traders are doing the same thing, which I know they are, when they try to pick their bottoms, it does have a reaction. Maybe it comes down slightly and they still keep their orders, hoping that the price is a reversal and the price might go all the way down to whatever they are targeting. But most of the times the price comes down to some certain significant level. It could be a low or a 4-hour low, or could be a daily low, and once the price does that, then it turns around and continues and joins the trend. We can't really you can try to pick tops and bottoms, but generally it does fail. So we can't really short this one just because the price came up to the I know this is significant sort of level, but still the way it's looking is pretty strong towards upside, and I can't ignore that. So until the price comes down significantly and shows that, okay, the price is looking to turn around, and then there's always a retracement towards. So let's say in this case, if the price comes down to around this level, that will look, also depends how the candle is going to come down, that will look that, okay, the price is looking to reverse, and then the price always, or most of the times, it does a retracement, so you still can get a very decent amount of pips. So yeah, but as of a retracement, it's good 50 pips. I would wait on that one. So yeah, if a lot of people are selling at this level, the 50 pips is a decent amount of pips to take out. So maybe they are targeting down to this level, maybe this level. We do not know yet, so we're gonna see. Maybe also the price will come up and takes out this spike high in here, and then if there's enough sell orders, that's an obvious place to put the stop loss. So my price come up, take out all these stop losses, and then continue to down, maybe down to this level. Well, we're gonna see. The price has not really done that, and yeah, we're gonna see how the price is gonna go about it. But so far, it does looking that it's gonna have a decent retracement. The level I mentioned down to this low. And I do want to see the price taking out this spike 4-hourly low down here. So we're gonna see how it's gonna go about it. But certainly I won't short this one yet. It's a bit no, it's too early to short this one. This is on it's on the undecided mode. So maybe if it shows more strength towards downside on the 1-hourly time frame, then I will be looking to short it down to this 4-hourly low, maybe down at this level. But for now, I would not personally short this one yet. As I said, it's looking pretty strong towards upside. Even though it does shows weakness, it does not mean that the price will continue to fall. So the way it looks like, it's pretty strong towards upside. So yeah, that's my view on that. Okay, so we will use the updates. Okay, so guys, we do have quite oh, Mima, hello Mima, long time no see. Good morning, Mima. Does it say Mima? Oh, probably. Euro British pounds, please. Okay, so Mima is asking euro against British pounds. Let's have a look at the Euro GBP. Let's see, Euro GBP. Okay, take it out. Let's go to the daily time frame. Okay, so price. Okay, so the price went. So you made this spike. It could have taken this spike high in here just marginally, and we had this aggressive reaction yesterday, which this bearish candle, so it shook down and came down to this level at the daily lows. It took out that low as well. So this one is quite interesting move up to this level. So this one is not confirmed yet. The price has taken out these break this level yet, because we need to see the close of the daily candle. Okay, let's see on the 4-hour time frame, see what we have. Yes, that's a good amount of down pressure. Let's go 1-hour time frame. Oh, okay, they're looking good. Yeah, looks like a lot of down pressure on the Usdjpy, so it does pushing. Look at this 1-hour candle, it looks pretty strong. Looks like it's having a retracement. Okay, this could be the potential. $88.95. Okay, let me see where the potential, where we can take the potential, maybe potential targets. Once you determine the target, then you can determine your stop losses and your entries. So the target is important. We can use 88.35. Okay, 88.35. 88.35, we can use that as a daily time frame. Okay, this is I do like this one on a 1-hour time frame, but on the 4-hour time frame, so this one's going to close in about a couple of hours. Okay, this one looks like a day trade opportunity. There's one thing I do not like. I'm going to elaborate on that one a bit later. So we could use as of the potential. We can use this one as a potential for the entry. So 88, roughly about 88.95. We can use this one as an entry. Our targets will be our target a daily. It's a daily low 88.35. So which is not the great. It doesn't really give us a good amount of stop loss to take it. So if we take it at 95, so we'll be up to this lows as well as the other ones. 95. Let's see how. So we need about 20 pips stop loss. No, so we can get away with 15. No, we can get away with a 15 pip stop loss on this one. It is high enough. 15 or 20 pips. Okay, so 15 or 20 pips. The targets, if we go to 95, it's going to be 88.35. 55. So we're looking for the 55 or 60 pips on that one. Okay, let me think. So 55, so 15 pips stop. Okay, no, that will be good actually. That will be good. So we can get on to at 95. So 88.95, we can take this one as an entry though. The one thing I do not like, even though on a 1-hour time frame it's looking pretty good, there is one concern on a 4-hour time frame. So if the price pushes up to 95, that means gonna be up to this level, which means that this we're gonna leave this spike, and we're gonna only have a couple of hours, and we would not know if the price is gonna stay that way. And if it pushes even higher, then and it closes that way, we're gonna have left with this massive spike, which is not good. So that's the only concern. I would prefer for this 4-hour candle to close and then the price pushing higher. But the only thing is the 1 hour time frame is going to look different. So that means the price has to come down and stay there for quite a bit. Then which way it's a bit complicated. Yeah, it's a bit complicated one. Usdjpy. So okay, we get Andreas. Hello Andreas. Morning George. Andreas, do you have any strategy for London Open session? Okay, I'm gonna come back to that question. So numerous British pounds, Swiss franc, and euro against British pounds. I had a bullish bias, but the push down changed my perspective. Remember, I would not go bullish on this one. It's the pressure towards downside is pretty strong, so I would not go bullish at this point. Especially yesterday, we put this strong bearish candle, so I would not. I will not go bullish at this time. More likely, I will be looking to short rather than go long on this. So looks like that's. Looks like the price might continue to fall actually. So as of the bullish, no, definite no on this one. So as of the trade wise, as I did mention, okay, let me think about this one if it's a good trade or not, because I do not like this 4 hourly. So if we take it at 18.95. Let's see, 20 pips. Okay, let me see on a daily time frame, see what we have. Okay, I think that's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. Yeah, I will be looking definitely on the short side. It's worth a shot. Okay, now it's coming up. Okay, it's coming up pretty sharp. Okay, I'm gonna come back to the euro against British pounds. We do have about 10 minutes before this candle is closed, so I do want to see how this is gonna close. As I said, I'm looking for towards the short side, then definitely not long, because it has a strong strong momentum towards the downside, and I do want to see how this 1 hour candle is going to close, so that would be an interesting one. As I said, I would be looking for this entry, but first of all, we're going to see how this 1 hour candle is going to close. Maybe the price will push a bit higher, so we got about 11 minutes before this 1 hour is closed. So I'm going to come back to the euro against British pound. So let's come back to the so euro against British pounds and so Andreas asked, do we have any strategy for the London Open session? The strategy I use, this is the one I developed, basically I created for myself, so that one works for me. I would not say it's based on is a London session or New York session. It does not really matter. Obviously, I take that into account, but that strategy is not based on the purely if it's London session or the New York session. So it depends how if I see the opportunity and my strategy is calling for the opportunity, then I will take that trade. So it doesn't really matter if it's a London session or it's a New York session. So session does not matter. Obviously, I will take that into account, because when the New York session opens, you can see some volatility coming in, but it does not really based purely on the London session or New York session, purely on that. So I did answer that on the euro against British British buyers. So the I missed. Okay, so British pounds against Swiss franc, and I'm gonna come back to question? No? Okay, so how to select pairs to trade in the week. Okay, I'm going to come back to that question, Sarah. So let me analyze the British bonds, GBP, CHF. Let's go to daily time frame. Okay, so this is looking similar. Yeah, very similar, but in a reverse order. Yeah, looks similar to the Euro British bonds, but in reverse. Okay, so the price came up, tested this high. You can see the price tested that high. Okay, this is potential for a swing. $119.20. That's about 100 pips away. Okay. $119.70. Okay, let's go to 4-hour time frame. See what we have on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, we are leaving this tail up to this 4-hour time frame. Okay, this one looking interesting. Okay, so this is on a strong resistance level at the moment. Just the question is gonna push up or $20.95. That will be the next round. $21.10. Okay, let me see. $21.10. Yeah, this is like a difficult ones. Let's go to 1-hour time frame. Okay, see. 18. Alright. Okay, let me just have a look at the Euro against British pounds to see the difference between them. I just want to make sure it's the right one. Let's go to charts. Thank you. Okay, Usdjpy. Yeah, just looks very similar to the this one, but it's inverted, so it's the other way because obviously it was British pounds, Swiss franc, and Euro against British pounds. So main one is the British pounds in British pound in here. Let me see on daily time frames, both of them in here. So far, I find this one a bit more trickier than the Euro against British pounds. So I don't know why. Okay, so both of them are on a support and resistance level. Both of them has, yeah, very similar. Let's go to 4-hour time frame. Okay, so this one, yeah, as we can see, the price is not looking 4-hour time frame. Let's go in here on the 4-hour time frame. To 1-hour time frame. Yeah, might. As I said earlier, I was thinking to get onto this level, but on the 1-hour time frame, I just suspect that you might have a bigger retracement. We just seen that the price has taken out the, so in case of the Euro British pound, it has taken out the strong support level, and in terms of the British pound Swiss franc, it has taken out the resistance, so decent resistance area. So let's go to, oh no, wait. That's the first. It hasn't taken out. Right. Okay. So that's the first. I was looking. Okay. So in terms of the let's see. So in terms of the British pound Swiss franc, it has not taken out the. Okay. So it has not taken out this resistance level. So the main resistance level. So it hasn't taken out that one. However, on the Euro GBP price did manage to take out that low, but it hasn't done it on the British pound Swiss francs. So that's another. In terms of these, I would put on both of them on a waiting list. At least I do want to see this 4-hourly candle to close. I was thinking maybe not, but the way it's looking, it doesn't make me to not trust it. So I would want to wait and see this 4-hourly candle to close. So this 4-hourly candle, and that applies the same as the British pound Swiss franc as well, because they do look very similar as in terms of the trade wise. They do look pretty similar. So if you take one, I don't know, if we take the one trade, let's say if you take the trade on the Euro British pounds, I would not recommend sort of taking the same trade on the British pounds and the Swiss franc in the opposite direction. So that would be most likely you exposing the risk pretty much on the same level. So if the one currency gonna react, there's a good chance that the other one's gonna follow. So pick one, but as of for now, I would wait to see how this 4-hourly candle is gonna close, and depends how it's gonna close. I do want to see a more strength. So in this case, will be towards upside, and on Euro GBP would be downside. But the way it's going to demonstrate is for this candle to close somewhere around this way. Up until that, I will not trade this at the moment. And if the price kind of starts turning around and change the direction, then it has to do quite a few things before it gets me interested. But for now, my view is British pound Swiss franc is towards upside, and Euro GBP will be a downside. So, and before I take the trade, I do want to see a close of the 4-hourly candles on the either one of the side. But so far, I would. But if I would to pick which one to trade, either Euro British pounds or the GBP Swiss franc, I would go for the let's see, I think I'll go for the Euro GBP towards short side, rather than just the reason why the price has taken out this spike low. So if there was any orders, it's already sucked in. But on the British pounds Swiss franc, it hasn't taken out that spike high in there. So generally, I do like to wait and see when the price does take it out. So price is taken out. It's having the reaction, as we can see on the short time frames. It does have a reaction. I do think, okay, so this 1-hour candle is closed now, and it's fairly strong. So I do think the price most likely going to push higher. But I do want to see this 4-hourly candle to close. Most likely, maybe the price will push even further up. So that's why I want to see how this 4-hourly candle is gonna close. If this comes down and closes somewhere down to, oops, not here, but around down to this level, that would be a good trade towards the short side. However, if it pushes higher, then I would wait and see. So I will wait and see on this one. So this is my view. I can't measure the levels at the moment because it needs to do quite a bit of work before before I decide to take a trade. Okay, only which price? Okay. How to select pairs to trade in the week. So that comes down. The generally way I go is I look at the different currency pairs. So I already have. I look. The first thing I'll look at is the major pairs, and then if there's nothing going on the major pair sides, then I'll look at the minors and. The last result will be exotics. I don't really trade exotic pairs, but the majors is the first go, and then the minors after that. In order to pick your currency pair, which one to trade, you need to know. You have to have a plan. So that's why it's important to have a strategy. So when you look at the currency pair and it's doing your whatever your strategy is calling the moves, and you're looking like, okay, maybe in the next hour or two this one's going to form whatever the pattern you're looking for, and you were going to take the trades. And when I look at it, then I spot like, okay, this one looking interesting, there's a potential trade on this one, and then I will put it on their waiting list. So that's how I pick on the currencies. First on the majors, if nothing happening on the major sides, and maybe sometimes it might take like several hours before I see something, but then I check the minor pairs, and then if I see something, then I put it on a waiting list. If let's say I'm waiting for this 4-hour candle to close, for instance, and then after that, if the price comes up to that level, then I will be taking the trades. But yeah, I just scan and look at it, and I know what my strategy is calling and how the patterns I got in my head already. So I know it's easier for me because my eyes are already used to that market, the price action. So when I see it, I already clock it pretty much straight away. So it's easier to see it, and I know my strategy, so I need to wait for that price to do this and this and that moves, and then I will be taking the trade on whatever the currency I'm looking at. So hopefully that one answered the question. Andreas said, thanks, George. What did I do? Okay, I did answer the address. Yeah, you're welcome, Andreas, no problem. So Mima is saying, thank you, you're welcome, Mima. Not clear for me either, so better wait more clearly. Yes, correct, Mima. I would personally wait on the Usdjpy and the British pound Swiss franc. It needs to do a bit more. Some work. Funny question. Why did you wear a black shirt all the time? I think you asked at the end of, I don't remember, it was like a week or two ago. I think you did ask, but it was like just before I signed, just before I end the stream. So what did I answer on? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I do have it's kind of sort of, in a way, you can call it as a branding in a way. So the colors I use, and I have a lot of black shirts as well, so that's why I wear it in a way. That's kind of sort of a branding. If you notice, my branding color is black and red. So I don't think I have a red shirt. Probably I want to purchase more red shirts, or I want to switch between black and red. But I do wear the black shirts. I do like the color, and it kind of goes with me, and it goes also with the sort of branding names, branding color. So generally it's like black and red. If you see also the Forex Gym logo, it's black and red, or red and black. I can't remember what it's always say. So yeah, that's the reason why I wear always the black shirts. Okay. So it's funny. Okay. Thomas, hello Thomas. USD Swiss franc already done. Did I announce the USD Swiss franc? No. Okay, I haven't announced the USD Swiss franc. No, I haven't announced USD Swiss franc. So late to join. No problem at all. So okay, I'm gonna analyze USD Swiss franc. So let's have a look at the USD Swiss franc. See what we have on the USD CHF. So, oops. Okay. As of the daily goes, we can see, okay, the price has broken this trend line on the daily time frame already. Was the last week actually. Okay, as of the USD Swiss franc. So yesterday we put this sort of spinning top candle, which is not a very good sign. Generally, when we put the indecision candle, it does mean it's a reversal, and we can see that it is in a range bound. So price came down and took out this this spike low down here. However, I will not trust just pure. I will not base my my analysis purely on the indecision candle. So in this case, I'll just take it into consideration, but I will not trade off of that. So just one indecision candle does not mean that the price will reverse and go up to this whatever the highs. So okay, let's analyze this one. As of this, we have down to this level. Okay, let's go for our time frame. So this is the spike on the daily time frame. So when the price took out that low, we had the reaction towards upside. So this is that 4 hourly. Basically, this is that when the daily time frame, this spike low down here. So after we took out that low, we had this this reaction. So strong bullish 4 hourly candle, but now it's sort of like a drift away, and the way it looks like maybe it's gonna make its way down to potentially down to this low actually. 95. 85, 95, 95, 85. Okay, call it 95, 85. 85. Maybe there's gonna be a small day trade opportunity. Let me see. But let's say it doesn't look particularly nice on the 4 hourly time frame as of me to trade that. Okay, it's coming down. I can see a potential day trade opportunity in this one, but I wouldn't say this setup would be ideal. So that's the only thing, and it has to meet a requirement. So the requirement in this case would be prices to come down. Yeah, prices to come down around 95. Yeah, 95, 95, then a retrace. Okay, no, it doesn't look good. Okay, let me just draw it. The drawing is a big part of it. It's good if you just draw it on the I'm not sure if I mentioned one of my, I think I did mention on the tips on the forex, tips on trading. I think I did mention, I can't remember what video it was, but it could have been probably a very long time ago. I did mention it's good to draw it on the chart. So if you get like something like this pen, like this, this is a free, oops, this is a free software. So if you get this free pen, and you can draw it on the charts, and it gives you that sort of perspective. So for instance, like I do like the drawing on the charts, and then you can take the screenshot after that. So if let's say the anticipation of the trade, so what you're waiting for the price to do, when you draw it is good for your visual as well, and your eye is going to get used to it, and then when you see the price is forming the pattern, it will be much easier for you to see that. So for instance, like if I would say that so price has to come down in here. So let's say the price comes down at this level, and then a retracement up to, I don't know, like this height. So in this case, that will be much easier. Okay, my drawing is not that good, but hopefully your drawing is better. So it will be easier for you to, when the price forms this similar pattern, it will be easier for you guys to clock it. It will be eyes to pick up. It's will be much easier for the eyes to pick up. So it's good to draw the on the charts, and you can always save it and make sure to write it down. Okay, so as of this one to analyze, in this case, as I said, I do see a potential for the small day trade. However, the price has to come down all the way down to 95, around 95, 97 with a strong bearish candle, then a retracement up to this lows and highs. So this up to this level. But because we are too tight as of the target is going to be at 97, not 97, 95, 85. So that will be the target. It's going to be, could be targeting. But if you get into it 96.03, Yeah, 96.03. That only gives us 18 pips. No. Okay, it doesn't look, as a field score perspective, it doesn't look good. So yeah, not on that. Yeah, I will not trade this one. So it does not look. Yeah, this one I will put it on a waiting list as well. It doesn't really do much. We want to see the price to do some. Either the price gonna start make its way towards the downside. Oops, what is that? Okay, I accidentally changed the. Okay, that's better. Yeah, either price has to break. So it has not broken this level. It's only make it the new low, but that doesn't mean the price is broken. It just makes its way down, but we closed above this level. So the price has not really broken that level. Either price gonna continue fall, and maybe today it will break this level, but we only find that one out up when this daily candle is closed, or it will maybe turn around and continue towards upside. So this is on a waiting game. It's not really doing much, so this is on the waiting. So can't really mention any trades because I don't see much of a trades apart the one I mentioned, but it's not a good one, so I'm not going to write the levels down because yeah, I don't want to say anything which I would not take personally. So yeah, so this is on a waiting. Nothing to watch on this one yet. Okay, so we have, the time flies pretty quick. So we have about just under 20 minutes left. So yeah, if you got any other currency pairs you want me to have a look, or any other questions, shoot them in the chat box. Only one thing, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. It really helps my channel to grow and shows me a great support. So I do appreciate if you smash that like. It does help me a lot. So thank you for that one. Thumbs up. Thomas said, thank you, George. No problem, Thomas. You're more than welcome. No problem at all. So yeah, we got about just over 15 minutes left. So shoot them. Yeah, if you guys got any any questions or any currencies you want me to have a look at it, yeah, shoot them in the charts. What else? I did mention the news, so we don't have any significant yeah, it's nothing major news out today, so it's nothing to worry about as in terms of planned news as of the Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday we have quite a few news out, so we're going to be discussing that on Wednesday tomorrow. Yeah, we do have some news out tomorrow. And yeah, if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe, consider subscribing. So I upload daily, as well as I do this live Forex analysis 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. UK time, which will last 1.5 hours each session, where we can interact with each other live, and you can ask questions as well as request any other currency you want me to have a look at it. Sarang, thanks, man. See you tomorrow. Thank you, Sarang. See you tomorrow at our live Forex analysis. So yeah. Oh yeah, I did mention yesterday, but I do. I'm getting on the Discord channel. I am working on the Discord channel, so soon I will be sort of releasing on the Discord channel. So I'm going to create that group, so whoever wants to join, and we can have conversation with each other. It's not just me, but with the other members as well. Maybe some of them is going to be more experienced than the other ones as well, so you can always we can interact with each other, and you can also help each other, and obviously I'm going to be there as well, and helping you out guys as well. So that will be much easier to interact rather than just obviously I do this one for the live Forex in here, but when we have that our private sort of chat group, will be easier for everyone to come and join, and you know, any concern or any questions, they can just you can guys write on the chat, and then We're going to be answering on the chat box, so it will be more interactive rather than. I mean, this is also interactive as of the live Forex in here, but it's only 1.5 hours. So once this one is done, you can't really. I mean, you can comment it, but I think it will be more interactive in your Discord channel. So that's gonna be coming very soon. So I already created my Discord channel, but I'm still kind of tweaking a bit. tweaking, but yeah, that will be coming soon. So I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. So if no one is asking anything, so we're gonna be signing out. Me and my lovely assistant, who's gonna be, she's there. We can't see her. She works behind the scene. Right, so I think I did mention everything. Oh yeah, give it a couple of minutes and I will be. Okay, my browser is frozen. Let's see what this one is. Let's go. Oh, this is USD Swiss franc. I need this one. Okay, let's see how far this one's gonna go. Yeah, this one looks potential. Ooh, let me have a look at the what was that, Swiss franc, CHF, no, not GBP, JPY, Japanese yen. So that was the potential. So that's the annoying thing when it comes to, if you're with me yesterday, I did call for the trade on a swing trade down to this level. I even have that the alert on this one, but what the price did came pretty close. So it came, so 111.81 and the trigger supposed to be at 111.75, so only 6 pips away, and the price came down, and of course it did not quite get there, and now the way it's looking now, then it's gonna shoot higher. So that's that was a nice trade. Maybe obviously do not really doesn't mean it will work out, but the way it's looking now, it's working out as I was looking at it. Just the entry was not quite as accurate, but that happens. We can't always get the get everything right, and the entry right, or the stop loss right, or the take profit right. So it happens. We can't do anything about it rather than just move on to that next trade and forget about the other trade. So you're how the saying goes, you are only good as your last trade, as the saying goes. So yeah, so it does. Maybe it will present more opportunities, but yeah, I was hoping that it will push a little bit lower, but it did not. It did not do. Maybe a lot of traders jumped in. A lot of traders jumped in to buy it, and it did not quite make its way down to that 6 pips plus the spread. So probably looking 8, maybe 8 pips, depending on your brokerage. What's your spread on the Swiss franc Japanese yen? Generally wider than on the major pairs. So probably 2 or 3 pips maybe. But yeah, we're gonna see how it's gonna work. First of all, how far this one is gonna get, and after that, there could be another potential on this one. Actually, depends how this daily candle is gonna close. So if it closes nicely like this one, maybe on tomorrow, no retracement, we're gonna get into somewhere down to lows. So we're gonna see that on tomorrow, how this candle is gonna close. What was the target? I can't remember. What was the target? I think it was 112. 112.80. I can't remember what was the target. I've got written down, but yeah, that happens. What can you do? Okay, guys, so I'll be signing out. So no more interactions. So it's only 10 minutes left anyway. So okay guys, we're gonna be signing out, and yeah, I'm gonna be here, my assistant's gonna be here tomorrow at 8 a.m. UK time, so not to worry. It's so 1.5 hours we're gonna be here for 8 till 9:30 UK time, so it will be different depending where you live, so you can check the time zones. So yeah, we're gonna be here, so not to worry. We are here 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. UK time. So if you miss one, then we're gonna be here on the potentially for the next day. And yeah, as I mentioned, please smash it like. It really means a lot to me, and it helps my channel to grow. So yeah, I do appreciate your support on that. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, and big thank you to my lovely assistants for helping me out with your inquiries. I do appreciate her support. So okay guys, I will see you tomorrow 8 a.m. UK time. Have a great day, and yeah, see you guys tomorrow.